Hello, welcome to my new Game Maker video tutorial on how to add basic shooting into Game Maker. Now, in my last video, no, sorry, not my last video, in the video that I did to show you how to add shooting into Game Maker, a lot of you commented on how bad it was. So I'm making this video to kind of reprimand that and replace that video so that it's a lot more easy to follow through. Because a lot of you were saying that it was very badly made compared to my other videos, which are a lot more in depth. For that I am sorry. I do not like doing it, and I was not very good at making videos back then. So to get started, now that's all out of the way, it's time to get started. So what you want to do is you want to create two sprites. You want to add a s_player sprite. Now going into the default sprites I'm going to be using, you want to add, I'm just going to use a UFO. Why not? I've been watching a lot of alien films, so I figured that would be good. So I want to do that, and we want to add another sprite, and we're going to call it s_bullet. Now I'm going to load the sprites, and this time we are going to be shooting meteorites. So what we're going to have is basically just a UFO alien shooting chunks of rock. Gotta love that, eh? Gotta love all that advanced technology, eh? The master intergalactic space travel, but they use rocks to fight with. Gotta love it. Alright, so now you want to create two objects, and we want to call them obj_player, using the player sprite, and we want to create another object called bullet, obj_bullet. So for the bullet, you don't need to do anything else. If you were going to add any you might want to add the actual sprite itself. It's a bit stupid to me. So yeah, you don't have to add anything else to this unless you're hitting something, whereas you then need to click solid, and then you need to add actions or whatever depending on what you want the bullet to do. So, but since this is literally a really basic stripped down tutorial, that doesn't need to be touched anymore. Now, what we are wanting to do is to basically, when we want to shoot the bullet in the direction that the player is moving. So to do that, we're going to need to create event, then a control, and we want to add a variable. Now we're going to call this variable shoot_dir. Dir meaning direction, and not dir as in derp. Now we're going to want to set the value to the direction that we're shooting. Now Game Maker the direction in Game Maker works in the same way that angles work in maths, except it sort of works out in an odd way, because 0 is right, 270 is down, 90 is up, and 180 is left. So for now we're going to want to keep it at 0 so that it's pointing right, and we do not want it to be relative. Now we want to add an event, and we want to be a key press left. Okay, so when you press the key, left key, that all the actions are going to be done by when you press that key. So now we want to go into main 1, and we want to use this action here, which is create moving. So you can either right click it or just drag it in. I'm just dragging it in for now. So we want to go to under objects, we want a obj_bullet to be created. Now the X and Y is where exactly it's being created. Now to make it a bit as realistic as possible, as realistic as an alien shooting rocks at other things can be, we want it to be shooting so it is originating from the player. So to do that, under the X we want it to be obj_player.x. So wherever the player is in the game, that's where it will originate from on the X-axis, and on the y-axis we want it to be obj underscore player dot y. Now speed, it's going to be 7, just a random arbitrary number, and the direction which we've created, we want to call it, and it's called we want to use our shoot underscore direction. Okay, if I'm right in thinking. Yeah, I think I've got that right. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. Sorry, I'm wrong. Now let's copy that. Now I forgot is you want to go to key press space. Now the reason why we created the instance in the variable in the first place is so we could do it from the spacebar. So sorry about that. You want to put it in there. That's my fault. And we do not want it to be relative either. Okay, so other than that cock up, what you want to do is you want to now delete that, and you want to go to your control and you want to add a variable. So you want the variable. This is we're going to be changing the shoot direction dot shoot underscore variable for this, and you want to change it to the direction that you're shooting, which is the value. So for left, it's going to be 180. Now to save a bit of time, we're going to duplicate the event to left, right, up and down. So we've already got left, now we need right. Duplicate up and duplicate down. Now I'm doing all this just by right clicking the events. Now in the actions, you want to change this number to correspond with the direction. So this direction is going up, so we want to set that to 90. The right we want to set it to 0, and down we want to set it to 270. Now if you want, you can just quickly dot through them to make sure they're all correct, and that is all you'll have to do for this basic shooting. As I said, it is incredibly simple to do. Now to test it, we want to create a room, and we want to add the player object into that room, and that's all we're going to add. Now just something you might want to do is under your player sprite, you might want to center the origin. That way when the bullet is created, it originates from the player origin, which is in the center there. So instead of coming out from that corner, which it originally was, it'll be coming from the center. Okay, so other than that, that's it. Now we just want to test it. So I'm going to might pause the video if it takes a bit longer than what it should, but other than that I won't. So okay, now I'm in the game. Now I'm pressing left, so I've pressed right, it shoots right. Press left, shoots left. Press up, shoots up. Press down, it shoots down. Now when I'm holding the button, nothing is created. It's only when you press it, so that way you don't get like horrible streams of it if you don't want it, which I have had some people complaining about in my earlier tutorial. So other than that, that is how you create simple shooting in Game Maker. Now as I've said, it is really simple. I mean, this video has taken 9 minutes 30 seconds. So other than that, that's about it. I think next week I might be adding more advanced shooting. So if you want to see that, make sure you remember to like, subscribe and rate my videos. Remember to comment any suggestions that you want in the comments below, and other than that, I will see